guys, 25th of February today. Tomorrow's surgery. Little anxious, I'll say that. You know, I'm having dreams about them amputating my arm and all that stuff. But all in all, I'm doing okay. Had a really bad day yesterday though. We took Franky to the vet, and had the money from all them people donating, which I want to thank very much. We took him in, and we finally had enough money to get his prognosis. So we told him, we're 100% sure it's got to be something to do with his mouth. And I'll include the pictures on here. She got his mouth open, and he had a birth defect in his throat, which caused him to be anemic. Apparently he wasn't taking enough oxygen to, and so his blood wasn't carrying oxygen through his blood vessels and all that. And I don't know how it caused what it did, but he had open sores throughout his mouth. He had them under his tongue, in the back of his throat, on top of his mouth, on the back part. It was only in the back, it wasn't nothing in the front. And yeah, he was pretty miserable. She said that they feel like we feel. Imagine having open sores in your mouth, and your dog food consists of tough, chunky, salty, just nasty, hard to eat stuff, and here you gotta try and nurse it so you don't hit any of those wounds. Well, it's the same as what we would do. So he was in a ton of pain. He wasn't breathing very well, which explained why he was very playful and why he was very lethargic. And after a long conversation with Amanda and Ezzy, we finally decided that it was time just to end his suffering, and we put him down. And I'll be honest, I sobbed like a little baby. I really did love that little guy, but I loved him enough to end his pain. I'm not one to usually put an animal down because of whatever, but when they're in serious pain, you gotta look past your own needs and wants and think about, what is this little guy going through? He's suffering. He's been suffering for months, Every now and then the antibiotics would work, but it would only work for a little bit of time, and they don't even know why it would work or what was causing it. We were trying to figure out what could cause open sores in his mouth, and we couldn't come up with anything. I know him and Bella play. When they play pretty rough, but he's not like he's chewing on glass. I mean, he's chewing on a rope, and the rope isn't going all the way back under his tongue or anything like that. So we were completely clueless where these open wounds were coming from. It was very tough. It was extremely hard to do. And I didn't even really get to say goodbye to him. I know he's a puppy, but there's a certain bit of understanding between pet and owner. And he was already sedated because we had to look inside his mouth and under his tongue. And after that, we had put him down, and oh man, poor Ezzy, she just bawled. I felt so bad for her, and I wasn't far behind her. I'll be honest, I'll cry when it comes to a pet being lost, as I'm sure many of you will as well. We're not made of nails. All of us have emotions, and some of us are more, I don't know, or they just show it more than others. Amanda was a tough one. She did cry, but she wasn't like me, sobbing. But anyway, okay, so Franky's gone, and they offered to cremate him for us, and I'm like, no, because that's like another $7,500. I'm not even sure, maybe more. And I'm like, no, it's okay, you know, we'll put him in a box and we'll put him in the shed, and then when spring comes around, we'll bury him. But I don't know, you know, I mean, I want a pet, I want a cat or a puppy or something, but I'm not ready for it now. I'm just gonna go out to my mom and dad. I have to talk to my mom for a while, and oh man, I tell you, yesterday was hell. It was just hell. I got in a huge fight with my sisters, and my dog died, and but on a good note, we are getting the insurance money for the van, for the car, and we'll be able to repair the van and get that all up and running properly, and go from there. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, I guess you could say. Alright, well, anyway, so I am gonna shut up right now and drive. I'm almost to my mom and dad's, and I know mom's gonna probably grab me and start hugging me and start crying because of Franky, but I'll try and hold